Good afternoon. Welcome to today's session on the crowdsourcing, GIS, and participatory approach using the mobile devices. Uh, this session is little delayed due to some technical problem here at our end. So sorry for this delay. Now we will continue the session, and today this particular sessions I kept for the practical demonstration. Basically, it is not lectures. So quickly we'll run through the lectures within 10-15 minutes, and then we will see the live demonstration on this particular technology. Before starting, just I will brief you what is this technology basically. Today this word crowdsourcing or participatory approach is getting very popular in internet domain, where you are seeing that many mobile apps are available for the data collections, and in fact it is a demand for many applications, especially for the urban planning. When you are interested to collect the ground data in the real time mode, and the same data is available in your server, and further you can disseminate to your users. Here one point is very important, is basically geotagging the informations. Whatever information I am getting or I am collecting from the ground, if this information is geotagged, so automatically it can be overlaid on top of my maps or satellite imagery, and I can monitor the ground situation right by sitting in the my servers or my computers. So basically in this particular technology, many case studies are available today, especially for the disaster management, emergency management and all. So let us try to understand first what is this technology, then I will give you one practical exercise, basically demonstrations on the open source software tools that is known as Open Data Kit, ODK. I was mentioning about this product in last lecture session during the open source what I have delivered. Now you see the data collection is one of the most important activity in GIS. So here also it can be considered as a most expensive experiment or exercise where we are investing lot of money and also lot of human resources. So basically many diverse sources are involved here. The data collection, basically sometimes we are collecting the data and sometimes we are collecting some of the hard copy maps, or some we are scanning the data sets. Sometimes we are typing the information, and also sometimes we are digitizing based on the remote sensing imageries and so on. So basically you can hear two broad type of collections we can categorize here. One is data capturing, which is a direct collection of data, like you are going to the ground, you are doing the surveying, and based on survey, whatever data you are collecting, you are bringing to your computer, and further you are using this data. And then another mode is basically data transfers. Data is available in some other format, so you are directly transferring this data to the required data platforms, whatever, like GIS or non-GIS environment. So here when you are capturing the data, two broad capture methods are available, primary and secondary. Most of the time we are aware of these things. If you see the primary mode of data capture, basically digital remote sensing imagery and digital aerial photography can be considered as one of the typical example of it. And if you take about the object like a vector data, like GPS measurements, where VGI is basically Voluntary Geographic Information System. So that is another kind of data collection techniques where you will be switch on your GPS, and then you will be starting the coordinate of a object, and that can be geotag, and immediately you can overlay on your GIS data set. And the another is basically survey measurements, primary mode. If you see like a total station survey, or you are going to the ground and collecting the information. And secondly, data collection methods like your scan map, your digital elevation model, and topographic survey and toponym data sets from the atlas. Basically here toponym means the data related to place name. It's very important. Basically if I have some atlas for a local area like city in Dehradun, and I want to collect all the local names like local road names, the lane names, and maybe ward names, so on. So I can use the toponym data models. Toponym basically talk about the place names. So this is another kind of data collection methods, and we know that when we are working the data collections or data capturing process. In the primary data collection method, the raster, where the remote sensing technique or technology is being used, is one of the most popular or sometimes most easy or convenient way of data collections in the use of technology. So here many considerations are important, like you have the spatial resolution, spectral resolution, temporal, and so on. We already talk about these things. But the other important part or other important method of data collection is power of the participatory approach. Here the some terminology we are using like BGI or PPGIS. So here BGI, if I take as an important name or keyword here, it is basically volunteered geographic informations. And typical example we have already seen it in internet, like Wikimedia, we have the OpenStreetMap and so on. In the Wikimedia, if you see, you can draw your area of interest, you can also name the name of your street, you can also show the road name and so on. So then OpenStreetMap can be another typical example where people have participated in the data collection activity. During my last session on the open source GIS, I explained about you and about this particular technology called OpenStreet or outsourcing, where you can zoom to the particular location, you can download the data, and there are some cloud services are available. Using it, you can download the data in the desired say 599. This is one typical projects where you can see that how the participatory GIS approach is being inbuilt. Here one important terminology called the crowdsourcing, what we are using in our geospatial technology. It is basically an online distributed problem solving and production model. Here the servers are distributed in different locations and available in the online mode, and then people can join there and can participate in the problem solving environments. Here the user, also known as a crowd, typically form into online communities based on the websites, and the crowd submits solution to the site or produce its contents. So basically here anybody can publish the data and anybody can submit the data, anybody can data. But although there are many issues like the how we can verify this data and how the validity can be checked, this is one important issues which people talks about in the crowdsourcing. But sometimes this techniques is playing very important and also have this some inbuilt algorithms or systems inbuilt in the system, so that some part of validation or verification data can be done using the system itself. So that is not the topic what we are going to take today. We'll be taking that the topic that how the data can be really collected and how it can be validated and either through the crowdsourcing or the some other mode or verifying this is a different issue. So here the crowdsourcing is becoming is the most important part in our GIS, where the a lot of data can be collected or created using the by using the participation of the public. The crowd can also sort through the solution, finding the best one. Here, based on the polling and approach, you can find the best solution out of the available alternatives. These best solutions are then owned by the entity that broadcasts the problem in the first place, that is a crowdsource. And the winning individual in the crowd are sometimes rewarded. That is also a part of it. In the crowdsourcing, if you are continuously participating actively, basically the crowdsourcer or the organization can reward you for your contributions. And many individuals in the crowd participate just intellectual simulations or because of the emotional ties to the product or services. Sometimes the emotional point also plays a very important role. Suppose you are having some plan or development plan for a particular city, and you are expecting that the citizen of this particular city or town will be participating in the data creation activity. If you can convince them that once they are participating and they are submitting some data to us, what kind of benefit they will have in future. So based on this kind of emotional touch also, it can be further enhanced. So here this particular technology is being used called as a Web 2.0, where in the background the XML, RSS feed, JavaScript, Ajax and all will be using, and the client side we got the web as a platforms, participations and the content syndication and so on. So we'll be taking these lectures, this particular topic in coming time in details. Let us come to the actual points. So today we are going to talk about this particular technology. This is the approach what you are able to see here. You can see here this mobile GIS, a conceptual architecture is presented here. Here in this particular end, this is called the client ends, we have different tiers or different layers. In the server side, we have the web and mobile servers, and the web and mobile servers are publishing the data and also receiving the data from the mobile clients. Here, most important thing is the communication in the entire process is being and established based on the wireless communication forms and different like a GPRS, we have WiMAX, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and so on. Different wireless techniques are available, and using these wireless techniques you can connect to your servers. On top of it, basically you'll have one hardware which is known as a mobile device, and every mobile device requires a mobile operating system. Like you have the Apple, you have the BlackBerry, you have the Android and the Windows. There are different kind of mobile operating systems available. On top of this mobile operating system, you will be installing the mobile GIS software, and these are the softwares basically compatible with a particular operating system. So you cannot run a single software for all operating system, that you have to remember here. If you are using any mobile applications for Android, the same mobile application will not work in the Apple or Windows operating system. So then once you have mobile app, and then you can create the GIS data, and the same time you can use two important sensor of your mobile device known as a camera and GPS as a inputting system. Like when you are using the GPS, you will be getting the coordinate of your location, and these coordinate you can use directly to identify the point location. So basically you can create the point, and also you can create the line and polygon so on, and the data collection. And the same time you can also use your camera to take the photograph or audio or video, and these things you can also geotag using the GPS device. And then top of it you can build application for any themes like urban planning, disaster management and so on. And this is a very typical architecture what we are using in the mobile based data collection or mobile based crowdsourcing approach. So this is a typical example of crowdsourcing using the web, where the OpenStreetMap also last time was shown to you. The same screen I am showing here also. And then in the OpenStreetMap, if you are interested to do the mapping activity, then you are not required any basically GIS software. Straight away you can come to the website and you can start digitizations, and then you can store the data, or you can create the polygon, line, point, whatever you use. So attributions or storage of data, characteristics of data will be automatically in the web application itself. So this is one case studies. I am skipping it. Time is very short because I have to show you the full demonstration on the utilization of technology for the data collection. So this is the one typical example you can see here. How the data will come basically here. These are the points, the cyan color whatever you are seeing, and whenever you are clicking on a particular point, the information will be displayed this way. You can see here the photograph of a particular landslide, and then the attributes, the characteristics are shown. I think it is required by many professionals, and this particular topic will be very useful for the professionals. Those are involved in this kind of activities, collecting the data from the ground, geotagging it, displaying on map, then apply some query, generate the report, analyze these data sets. So that's why we have this particular lecture session here. So one of the success story was Manu project in Uttarakhand, what ISRO has executed along with the Department of Science and Technology and some partner institutions in India. How we can map the disaster affected area for the damage assessment purpose in year 2013, and in 2010 the United Nations has done the important assessment, damage assessment of Haiti for the disaster management, where this particular technology was extensively used. And in fact you can say this was one of the successful story where the citizen centric and GIS application was developed and basically for the damage assessment of the disaster affected areas. There are many more such examples are available where this participatory approach is being implemented. Especially you are seeing the Wikimedia or the Wikipedia also. Google is having various tools available where the public can participate in data collection activity itself. Yes, there are certain limitations in this technology as per the quality of the data is concerned, the intellectual property leakage, no time constraints, no much control over the development or ultimate products, choosing what to crowdsource, what to keep in-house. Of course, these may be some of the issues, but ultimately this technology plays a very important role when you are going to collect the real-time data in from the ground, especially if I talk about the urban planning activities, if any illegal activities are happening in the city, so if you have seen this kind of mobile apps, so citizen can directly report the location of a area where the illegal activities are happening directly to the authorities in the real time mode. And in fact, if government wants or authorities want, they can fix the accountability of all the persons who are responsible to take the action on that. So that is one possibility. And you can also monitor it, whatever data you are receiving, how much it is accurate. And in fact, the polling approach can be adopted here to improve the quality. If 10 people are reporting that same problems, then you can qualify this as a verified content, because one crowd is collecting the data, another crowd is verifying the data. So this is the possibility. So this is a brief introduction about this particular technology. Now, what I will do, I will demonstrate you one open source API which are available in internet for the your real-time data collections using the mobile devices. Please be here. I am just setting up my requirement to share with you the screen of my desktop computer. So I am just sharing first browser. So Chrome I have selected. I hope you will be getting it. Are you getting? I hope people are getting it. Okay, good. So now I am just going to the website in the search engine, Google search engine. This is a product called Open Data Kit. So this is a website. You can see here. You just open this website. In this website, basically, briefly I will brief you. This particular website is developed by University of Washington, Department of Computer Science, and they are providing you one solution for the real-time data collections. And this particular website gives you three major software products. What you have to remember here, one is known as a build. I have just highlighted in page. I hope you are getting this particular screen. Let me take your opinion first. So I have just posted one questions. Please, are you getting a screen? Please respond so that I will continue my demonstration. So International Institute for Populations, they have difficulty. Okay. Okay, few are there. No. Some yes. I am talking about my Chrome software, Chrome browser. Are you able to get my Chrome browser? Right now, just I opened it. Otherwise, I will ask my team to just look into it. But many questions response are yes, they are getting. So I will continue. Thank you. So this is a website. Same lecture will be recording also, and we will be uploading to the YouTube, and further you can also take the high quality video also from our team. So build is a one component which is basically developed to design your data collection forms. What data you want collect, that I will demonstrate you how to design this. Second is called collect. This is a mobile app for the Android phone, which you can get from the Android Play Store also. From Google Play Store you can download it. And then next is a aggregate. Aggregate is a basically a software component which will help you to set up your own server. That is most important point. How I will set up my server. So that I have just prepared it to teach you about this particular concept. So first I would like to show you the mobile app which is displayed here. So let me the mobile app now. Are you able to get my mobile? Whatever I am playing in my screen, I should be able to show you. That is my first objective here. I will ask my team if it is coming. So I am just displaying my mobile device in the screen. I am just waiting response over our fine. My team says they are able to see my mobile phones. So this is my Android phones. It's a normal device you can see here. So I have customized the mobile app based on this ODK collect. Here I hope everyone is able to see the IRS mobile app ISRO logo. If you touch this mobile app, this is a screen. So I have just customized look and feel, title and all. And here the citation is given developed by IRS ISRO using ODK. So this is a mobile app, and once you are having this mobile app, you have various options here. You can fill the blank form, you can edit the saved forms, send to the servers, login, download and delete. These are the options. So now if you see here, you can touch to the login page and then you can connect to your server. And once you are connected, it required GPRS connectivity, and you can download the forms available in the servers. Right now I have just shown you one form is visible to you, that is called geotagger. So this form already I have in my computer mobile. Otherwise I can check it and I can download it. Once I download this forms, this is only one time job. Next time this option may not require. If you are not connected continuously with the internet, that time also you can start collecting the data and you can save to your mobile, and later stage you can send to the server. Now this is one point. First we will understand what is this server, where is this server, or how I can configure my server. So let us start with the server configurations, then I will show you how you will be collecting data and pushing to the server. So as I mentioned, this aggregate is basically a product which will be helpful for you to design your own server. If you click on the aggregate, so you can see here the installation guidelines are available. You can see here how you can install. In nutshell, I will brief you. There are three types of installations available here. One installation is basically for your own server. You have your own hardware like your server, bandwidth, internet connectivity, everything, and you are willing to configure your server for data collection. In that case, there are two options are available for you. One is you can configure your complete server solution using the PostgreSQL database, or MySQL database. As I mentioned in beginning, this is a complete open source product, freeware. You can download, you can modify, you can edit, and everything you can do. So these are the two options, PostgreSQL and MySQL. If you are not having your own server, but still you are willing to collect this data and use this particular product. So for this purpose, they are offering you to use the Google Cloud, which is completely free of cost, available as of now. Up to 20 server application you can deploy in Google Cloud, that I am going to demonstrate you to do today, how to deploy your own Google Cloud applications. So you can basically deploy your application in Google Cloud. So when you are doing it, Google Cloud is available in this URL. I hope everyone is able to see it. This is appengine.google.com. Please remember, appengine.google.com. So you can log in with your accounts. Very simply, I have just used my login and I am inside the Google account. It is a very simple process. Anybody can join this Google Cloud. So first stage, I will be demonstrating you how to configure your own server in the Google Cloud for the real-time data collection using the mobile device. So as you can see here in the screen, I have already deployed few of the server applications. For example, demo IIRS, EduSet 1229. Morning I was just deploying it for testing purpose. IRS Mobile, IRS ODK. These are the few applications already I have deployed. Let us see what are these applications. Then I will show you how you can deploy your own application in the testing. Demo IRS 123. This is second number applications. If you click on this, you can see it is a open data kit basically, and the URL to access this particular cloud application will be demo IIRS 123.appspot.com. That will be your URL. Once you are done, so it will show you this kind of server management tools. Here you are seeing that already one application called GeoTagger version 2 is available. I have created, but now I am going to create another application for you so that directly you will understand better way. Let us first log into this. So once you click on this, so it will ask you to log in. So I have created username IIRS and then password I will provide. Please be here. I will be showing you by deploying one application for you in front of this camera, and you will be able to see the outputs. So now I am inside this. Once I am logged in, so I have the full control of site administration also. So first let us deploy one application especially for this classroom session, so that in later stage you can use it. So let us start deployment. So here I told you your URL will be appengine.google.com. So in my account, I am just starting one small applications. I will give the name of this applications here. I hope everyone is able to see my screen, and then click here, top, this portion, create a project. So I am creating a project here. My project name will be, suppose, EduSet Urban. Okay, EduSet Urban is my application name. Please remember, EduSet Urban will be my application name, and I am saying that create. So now it says that creating EduSet Urban. So now the urban application is being created here. Fine, this application is created now. Now go to the EduSet Urban. Now I am here and it is showing me this way. So if you click here, I can get my project ID is EduSet Urban and project number is this. This is Google Cloud. So I had to remember here project name ID as you said urban, that you have to remember. Now come to the sorry, main app store. Then you will be seeing that now as you said urban is listed here. Please see very carefully. In as you said urban, I have created this one. I have just selected one, and you are seeing that the status of this application is none deployed. I have not deployed anything here. I have just created one project in Google Cloud, and now I am going to deploy my ODK aggregate in this particular application. So for this you have to download Open Data Kit, this aggregate you can download and install. So once you are clicking here, what you can get here basically this one ODK aggregate 1.4.7. this will be one exe file, and then you have to double click on this exe. So once you double click, it is going to start one setup. You see very carefully. So you are going to just deploy ODK aggregate server in Google Cloud. So let us do the next. It is that welcome to the ODK aggregate setup wizard. So here normal installation guidelines. I accept the agreements, some basic software agreements. So you can here mention the folder location in your computer. So here in my desktop already I have one folder called ODK aggregate. I am just deleting it so that my software will create another ODK aggregate folder. So here you can see this installer does not actually install anything in your computer. Instead it guides you through the configuration of ODK aggregate. Basically it is not going to install anything in your computer. It is going to create some installation or configuration file. So I will create in my desktop. Let me go to the desktop now in my computer. So here you can see in the desktop ODK folder is here. So I just have given the location of my configurations. Here I was telling about you three mode of deployment of this server. One is a Google App Engine, second is a MySQL, PostgreSQL SQL. So right now the MySQL and PostgreSQL I am skipping. I require another 1 hour or 2 hour time periods to configure these things, MySQL and PostgreSQL. But in this short time, because majority of people are not having their own server, they will like to configure or use the Google Cloud or similar kind of free cloud services for their R&D activity. If you are going for operational production kind of environments, that time definitely you require to configure your own server. It is very simple as this Google App Engine. So let us select first option. This is Google App Engine. Go to the next. Now it says that please enter the name of your instance. Already this name we have given, but still we can give some other also. But same name I will be giving as you said urban. Now you are able to see it. Then go to the next. Now it says that please enter the ODK aggregate username. This is very important. Now right now you can give any username, and default password for this username will be aggregate. So here I am giving you one username called say IARS. So IARS will be my username. Next, now in this section it says that Google application or app engine application ID. So here you know that the application ID in the Chrome, when I was in this particular app engine or Google Cloud, it was given as application ID as you said urban. The same things is listed here also. As you said urban, you can see you have to give the same name here because I am going to deploy there itself. Done. So go to the next and your setup is getting ready. So it is going to prepare few set of files for you, and the further guidelines will be you have to log in to your app engine and then you have to deploy it. Uh, Another important point what you should remember here, that you require the latest version of Java to be installed in your computer. Here I am using the Windows operating system. You can use Linux or any other operating system also, but please remember the latest version of JRE is required in your computer. That is also again free of cost. So now it is creating a few configuration file for me. So once it is done, so I'll be showing you these configuration files whatever we have created. So please remember, we are going to set up our own server in Google Cloud for real-time data collections for our urban planning or our GIS project. Now it says that done. The last step in this configuration is launch the installation script. Around 3 to 10 minutes it may take, it says. So here we required our Google account username, then password, and say upload. Now see, uh, it says that looking for Java, found Java in path, this particular things. Now it start up. Now it is beginning sections for the module default. Please wait. So whatever configuration file I have created during my configuration time, that file is going to be uploaded in Google Cloud now. And then once it is done, then we'll start using a component for our data reception from mobile device. So you can see here the work is in progress. I hope you are able to see the screen. Around 90% deploying new version. It says that the task is in progress. It says that the update for module is successful, deleting the temporary file now. Not only the mobile app or not only the form design. I would like to give you complete solutions. So today's lecture may go little longer durations. Please be here. It will be really interesting and important demonstration for you. So another 15 to 20 minutes I required to complete this demonstration. So everything I am showing you the live. So now I received the last message called end script success. So now I am through as per the server configuration is confirmed. Now I just refreshed my page. Now as you set urban, this is my applications. I click on the applications and I can see what exactly this application is having. Now very interestingly, I am able to get one URL, one.eduseturban.appspot.com. Just I have deployed it. Again, click here. Otherwise you can also see the my application list here. You can see now the EduSetUrban whatever was earlier shown as not deploy anything, it says now running. Please see here, it says that running. So that means my server is through. So let us click here, see what is running there. It says that you have the ODK aggregate deployed successfully in the Google Cloud. Now one red color message is appearing here. This server and its data are not secure. Please change the super user password. So I have not changed the password till now. Only the user was created. User was IARS. Let us click on this login, this window. So sign in with aggregate password. So I have the IIRS user I created during my deployment time, and password is aggregate. This is a default password. Once it is through, it says that it is successful now. So logout button also is appearing here. So I can start my site administrations, and the site administrations, this is my IIRS username. I can change my password whatever I wish. So I am keeping now IIRS123. So IIRS123 I am just changing because for demonstration purpose you can use it. Change password, done, and now I can save. So this is a one exercise we have completed. So you can spend some time here how to manage the users, how to create the users, and also what kind of right you are interested to give to the users, like the users are able to do the data collection job, are able to do the data viewer, data manager, data administrator, or site administrator. So you can keep on creating the users. Sometimes you can say that my user XYZ is allowed only to collect the data. This user cannot see the data. So fine, you can do it. You can also configure like who can see your images, who cannot see your images. If you are allowing anybody to see your images, always you have to check in this particular button. Otherwise, you will be able to get the textual data or numerical data, but the image data will not be available. So site and administration part, you can later check it and you can spend some time. Now next important, what data is I am going to collect it. So next part is a form management. As I told you, for the form management, the Open Data Kit provide you the option called build, that is form building applications. So this is a build. You click on the build, go to this particular page called build.opendatakit.org, and here again you have to create one account. Very simple. Okay, so I am just using my login. So go to the inside this form. It's nothing. In fact, it's not a mandatory option component. You can design your form in Excel also. You can design your form in XML, a very simple way. So I am designing a very small form, basically for the urban survey purpose. Only few fields I will be keeping. Then I will be showing you how it looks like in mobile. So let us keep up this form. Now I am saying that IIRS urban or IIRS underscore urban. Done. This is the name. So now this particular form builder will give you few interesting tools down. These tools, like you can add the new field like text field, numeric field, date, locations, media, barcode, choose one, select multiple, metadata. There are many more. And ODK also provide you some of the ready-made forms, and these forms basically are available as XML. You can download. So once it is downloaded, how you can use that I am going to tell you now. Let us create our own form. So I have collected I have just selected the first option called text. So let us put the name. So here data name. So this data name, basically first option is for the computer, how to store. And you can also now in the English form, you can tell how it should appear basically in the mobile app. Name of the person. Suppose I am typing who is going to collect the field data sets. Okay, now you can provide some hint like to give some guidelines to the person. Okay, I am just typing, please type your name here, and down you can see that read only. If it is a read only, no, it is not read only, we require the input. it is a mandatory. Without putting your name you cannot go ahead. So let us make it mandatory first. Your name is first your name is most important points, and then it is done. Now the first part is complete. Second is I am providing as a numeric suppose population. So population I am just doing it in English. Population of the what, anything, whatever you wish. Please provide input for population. Done. So it may not be mandatory. Fine, it is integer, you want decimal, whatever, like of course it will be integer only. So next is a date. You can specify here. So date is required when it was date of observation. OBS I am writing. Please, or simply I can write observation date. Here please select the date. So here by default it will take the today's date, but if you are willing to change it, that also. Now next I will put the only the location. Basically location is related to your GPS sensor of your mobile. So here I can say location. In English I can type GPS coordinate, and English please switch on your GPS and tap on record button. So of course you have to switch on your GPS. I am putting here. Last I will put one media. I am interested to take the geo tag the photograph also. So I will type photo. Okay, so here I will type photo of the location. So this is just a one or two or many more, or audio, video, any multimedia you can take. I am taking only the one photograph right now. Here this photograph you can take capture immediately that time itself, or otherwise the photograph of pre-saved in your gallery you can also. Please take photograph or choose from your gallery. That's I'm typing here. I did this one. So that's all. So this is image. Options are given for the image, video and audio. So I hope you are able to see. So let me save it now. Save. So iris underscore form, this is my name. I have done. So it was saved this account. I can download this form, export to XML. Please remember, this is the next step. Once you have saved this form into your build utility of Open Data Kit, then this kind of XML document will be available, and then you download this XML. So now this XML is downloaded in my computer. I am taking this XML outside from this download folder in my folder called ODK in my computer. Here in desktop I am keeping here. So if you open this particular in any editors where the XML can be edited, okay, it is going in some different. Let me open the normal text only. So right click, open with WordPad suppose. So you can see here this is a XML. Now once this XML is ready, I can make more complex XML, and here options are there, like you can choose from the multiple, or you can select only one, or some conditions based form also can be designed. So further you can explore from your side. Now let us go to our Cloud App Store, where our server application for Azure Urban is running. Here one tab is visible called Form Management. In the Form Management, you will be getting one tab called Add New Form. So once you are here, you can choose your XML, whatever just now you have created. Go to the folder called ODK, and this is my XML. And once it is done, I can open it and I can ask to upload this XML. Now it is getting uploaded into the our server application, and it says that successfully form uploaded. Now once it is through, you will able to see one XML file here, Iris Urban. It is showing in our server. Now deployment of server is complete, form designing is complete. Now next part is how I can consume this form in my mobile applications so that I can start collecting the data. So let us switch to our mobile. So now my mobile is here visible to you. Okay, I hope everyone is able to see. And this is a mobile app we have basically modified based on this ODK collect after downloading the source code. But you can also use the original ODK collect file as it is without any change. Only thing what you have to do, the right side you will be getting the general setting tab. This is a very important. Here right now demo irs123.appspot.com. This is my server address. Okay, but right now I am going to this address. I hope you are able to see it. This is my address, is azuseturban.appspot.com. It is not iris demo. So this application, this address I can type here. So once I am here, so I can change the existing address and I can provide here. So I am typing, I have https and then colon / azuseturban azuseturban.appspot.com. Done. So click on it. Now next is a username, of course, same username we have taken. So okay. So password you can provide here. So we have IIRS123. Okay, done. So then come back, touch on the login. So it is going to connect it. So there is some typing mistake in the typing the URL. So again we'll check it. So 3P we typed it wrong. Episode I typed 3 times P, which is not correct. Now you see irs_urban is visible here. Whatever I have created in my app store, that is Google Cloud, the same form is visible to me in my mobile now. This is the screen of my mobile. So I can select it and then get selected. Done. Now this iris_urban form is available in my mobile. So I can start collecting the data. Before that I have to see what kind of form is being designed. In my mobile form, so many forms are visible here. So we will be choosing the irs_urban. So now it says that you can simply touch the first field we have given there, name of the person. Now you see my mobile is or mobile app is customized automatically for my form, whatever I design there. The same way I can design number. So this is the name of the person. Please type your name. If you try to move without putting the name, it says that sorry, this response is mandatory. You can see here it is required, so you have to provide it. So let us type it Harish. Go next. Population of the world. You see the same, and now down our keyboard also changed. I can say this is around 1245 people are living here. That's fine. I can go further. So it says automatically observation date. So today's date is displayed here. Anytime I can change this date also. Now record the location, very important point. So it is going to geotag whatever attribute I am going to collect. So first I have to switch on my GPS. So I have just switched on the GPS. Now since I am sitting inside the studio and it is inside the cemented roof, so I may not get the GPS coordinate at this moment. So let me try if something is available in my cache. So this way it will start locating your location. So very difficult to get the GPS coordinate here. If something is there in my cache of my mobile, that default location it may catch it or may not catch also. But we have not kept this particular point as a important or mandatory or required field. So without this also you can go ahead. Let me wait for a few seconds. I am inside the studio, so I may not get the GPS signal here. No problems. We will show you some other data. First, let us go to the next. So we can take the pictures. So when I am taking the pictures, so I can set my mobiles or I can show you. So any location here, the point is this way. So I am just taking the photograph, and this photograph is now stored. This is one sample photograph I have taken of our studio. So I will show you, so I can save it, and the same photograph. So this is basically a camera or my screen, what I am seeing here in front of my view, and I can change the name of this, any name, IRS demo 1. Save this form. Now I have collected the data, taken the photograph. Once GPS is available, automatically geotag, and then I can log in again to my server, what I have configured in Google Cloud, and send this data to the server. So IIRS demo 1, this one where the green is appeared here, you select it and start pushing the data to the server. Now one data is successfully uploaded. Quickly data is transferred. Now you can see once data is successfully done, easily you can see the data is also available in this particular website also. Let us try to see the submissions. So just now I have sent, you can see my screen in the servers, not in the client. Client was my mobile. Now immediately the same photograph is available here. Please see. And immediately the same data sets available as a attribute. Harish, population 1245, Monday, Feb 22. This time this data was collected. Now you see, complete solution, right from the server configuration, form designing to your mobile app. Further, you can do many R&D on that. So geolocations are not very critical. I will show you in some other applications how the geolocation will be geotagged and visualized to you. Let us see the one typical example, because I was not getting the GPS signal inside this room. So I will switch to the one applications where we have geotagged some of the content in Google Store only, this Google Cloud itself. So there is one IRIS ODK, the same way I have hosted to one in one of the sessions. I am going to show you. You can see once you receive the data, then what way you can visualize this data. For example, this is some sample data submitted by the students of one of the training exercise. Here you can see this is one field photograph, and the data can be collected in the regional languages like Hindi, English, or maybe Marathi. You can choose the Telugu, Tamil, whatever you wish. So this is one sample data for the SAARC countries. I have conducted one training programs. You can see here in some of the language it is shown. Let me try to visualize this data. in different way. So I want visualize this data in the form of the map. So how I can visualize? So once the GPS coordinates are recorded, so this way the point will be created, and further you can zoom to the location, or you can see the your location very nicely. So here the sample for the Hindi also is shown to you: name, purpose, GPS locations, and of course field photograph. So this way the table will be created, the point will be created in the map, and then on click of this point the information will be displayed. And then you can also export this data in the CSV format, in the KML format, or in the JSON format. You can see no filter is required, and I am interested to show the name of the person as a title of this point, and you can export this data. So once you are exporting, it is going to export the data in a KML format, and you may be knowing that KML is a one format which can be easily opened in a Google Earth environment or maybe any other Earth browser environment. So it is creating a KML for you, and this way you can download the KML, and then further you can use this data for your planning activity. And the once KML is done, then if you click on this KML, you can simply open the Google Earth and see how your information is displayed automatically using this complete solution. It's a completely free and open source solution, quite useful for many applications including urban planning or disaster management activity. So this is the sample data, this way it will come. So let me click on one point. So we have some of the case study for this area. I am zooming and done. Here I am taking 1 points. Maybe in this location we have collected this point. I hope you are able to see. This is in front of some hotel. I think you have already seen the photograph of this hotel. Names are visible in Hindi, and further all information in this format. So this will be directly without any further processing, it will come in this format only. So further, if you wish to see the full photograph, this way you can visualize. So this is the typical demonstration on the real-time data collections, basically geo data collections using the crowdsourcing or approach. Basically this mobile app, once you are downloading from Play Store or maybe from the ODK site itself, you can distribute to n number of people, and then you can start building your data this way. And in fact, once you are doing this exercise, you can apply a different kind of authorizations and right on the user login also. You can control your data, and here the data is going in the database server. In case of Google App Store, you may not have that much flexibility to play with the data, because here the data server belongs to the Google server. But once you set up your own server, then you can build a different kind of query or MIS or reporting system on top of this real-time data collection or crowdsourcing approach. So that's all from my side for today's demonstrations. I hope it will be very useful for your day-to-day activity, especially where you are involved in the data collection process. So I try to brief it with all the components, the real-time demonstrations. Please try it, but still if you have any difficulty, anytime you can write to me. I will try to solve your technical problems. So thank you very much for your participation, and now please be ready with your questions. Thank you.